Bella Thorne, a name synonymous with youthful energy and Hollywood glamour. From her early days on Disney Channel to her breakout roles in independent films, Thorne captivated audiences with her talent and charisma. She was a rising star, destined for greatness. Yet behind the dazzling smile and confident demeanor, a darkness lurked. A harrowing experience on a film set would leave an indelible mark on the young actress, forever changing her perception of the industry she loved. Thorne's story, though uniquely hers, reflects a larger, more troubling narrative. A narrative where power dynamics often overshadow talent, and where speaking out can carry a heavy price. It is a story that demands to be told, not just for Thorne's sake but for all those who suffer in silence, their voices muted by fear and intimidation. The year was 2020. Thorne was cast alongside Mickey Rourke in the thriller. What should have been a career-defining moment quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Thorne found herself on the receiving end of Rourke's volatile behavior, his actions escalating from inappropriate to downright abusive. The tension on set was palpable. One incident in particular would leave Thorne deeply shaken. During a scene requiring physical contact, Rourke, wielding a metal grinder as a prop, repeatedly struck Thorne in the genital area, even though her jeans provided a thin barrier. The pain was excruciating. Thorne later revealed the assault left her with painful bruises on her pelvic bone, a constant reminder of the traumatic experience. The physical pain was just the tip of the iceberg. Emotionally, Thorne was devastated. The incident left her feeling violated, humiliated, and deeply unsafe in her work environment. This was not how a professional and industry veteran should behave. In subsequent interviews, Thorne spoke candidly about the emotional toll of that day. She described feeling powerless and silenced, her voice choked with unshed tears as she recounted the experience. The incident shook her to her core, leaving her questioning her place in an industry that seemed to tolerate such behavior. Sadly, Rourke's actions towards Thorne were not an isolated incident. His history is littered with accusations of misconduct, violence, and unprofessional behavior. Rourke had become a liability, a ticking time bomb on set. One particularly egregious example occurred years earlier on the set of Rourke, in a fit of rage, physically assaulted director Alan Parker, an altercation that ended with Parker needing stitches. This incident, along with numerous other reports of Rourke's volatile temper and abusive behavior, painted a clear picture. Mickey Rourke was a danger to his colleagues. Section 5. A pattern of behavior. Rourke's troubling behavior extended beyond the confines of film sets. In 2022, he appeared on where he made headlines for all the wrong reasons. His homophobic comments towards fellow contestant Jojo Siwa drew widespread condemnation. Rourke's words, dripping with prejudice and intolerance, were a stark reminder of the deeply ingrained biases that still permeate society, even within the supposedly progressive walls of the entertainment industry. His actions on were not just the ramblings of an aging actor, they were indicative of a larger problem. Section 6. Industry-wide issues. Thorne's experience with Rourke, though shocking in its brutality, is not unique. Her story shines a light on the dark underbelly of Hollywood, an industry where abuse of power, harassment, and exploitation have long been tolerated. The casting couch, a term whispered in hushed tones for decades, is a stark reminder of the power imbalances that plague the industry. Aspiring actors, particularly women, often find themselves pressured into compromising situations, their dreams held hostage by powerful individuals who prey on their vulnerability. Section 7. The price of silence. For too long, victims of abuse and harassment in Hollywood have suffered in silence. The fear of reprisal, of being blacklisted, of being labeled difficult is a powerful deterrent to speaking out. The consequences of speaking out can be career-ending. Victims often find themselves ostracized by the industry, their talent overshadowed by their willingness to expose the truth. This culture of fear and silence only serves to protect the perpetrators, allowing them to continue their reign of abuse with impunity. Section 8. A call for change. Thorne's bravery in speaking out against Rourke is a watershed moment. Her story is a call to action, a demand for accountability and change. The time for turning a blind eye to these abuses is over. The industry must prioritize the safety and well-being of its members over protecting its image. Zero-tolerance policies against harassment and abuse must be implemented and enforced. with real consequences for those who violate them. Section 9. Towards a Safer Future. The road to a safer, more equitable Hollywood will be long and arduous. It requires a fundamental shift in the power dynamics, a dismantling of the systems that have allowed abuse to fester for far too long. Thorne's story, though born out of pain and trauma, carries within it a glimmer of hope. It is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, courage can prevail. By breaking her silence, Thorne has empowered others to do the same, paving the way for a future where every voice is heard and every story matters.